Cemetery. Guys? Are we live? Are we live here?
All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome. It is that time of the week again. It is Saturday night, and as always, we are outside the box live. You got me. You got FP's lost somewhere in the cemetery. He's lost.
Jay?
Yeah, FP.
Are you here?
We need you for the show.
I can't get home, dude. I'm stuck out here in the cemetery.
Uh-oh.
It's raining on me.
Uh-oh.
Start the show without me, I guess. I don't know. I'm stuck here, guys. I don't know what to do.
Hey, what's up, Lenny there, buddy? Yo, 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 what's up? Again, thank you all for coming to the show tonight. FP's kind of lost in a virtual cemetery. Tonight's topic, we are going to talk. We might have some guests tonight, possibly. We don't know yet. Good possibility. Now, tonight's show, it is my birthday. Well, it was my birthday a couple days ago, and it being the summer, I want to ask you guys, what do you do? What are your summer go-tos? Is it going camping? Is it going to the beach? What's up, Mike and Lenny first in the house? Yeah, what? Thank you there. Wait till 52 catches up to you, brother. You'll know what it's like. So FP's still trying to find his way out of the virtual cemetery. Last night we did our first. Now, okay, let me back up for a minute. Tonight we are streaming live across my channel, FP's channel. First time for Outside the Box Live on Skeeter's channel, who will be joining in from some remote location tonight. Okay. And we're going to do, out and about with Skeeter segment. Also, this week, for you guys who are on the go, June 13th at 9 a.m. in Wyoming, PA, a brand new Sheets just opened. I got some video from, not right from the beginning, but me and the GF went there in the evening. So I got going to be showing you some footage from that. How you doing, Susan? Thanks for, and we had our first annual Outside the Box Live meet and greet. Susan and her husband stopped by. We were glad to meet both of them the other day. That was on the 13th. Yeah, we did that on the 13th.
Thank you, Susan.
It's yeah, so when I haven't been to a Wawa in so many years, Len, I'll have to check it out when they open over in Wilkes-Barre Township. Skeeter, use that link and come aboard, buddy. Come into the studio.
Come into the studio.
Hey, Mark, what's going on? Hey, Mark, we're looking forward. If you want to come and tell your story, we're we'd love to have you. Last week you said you might have a story for us.
Oh, yeah.
My eyes are watering today. Okay, so Skeeter, I think it's user error.
Oh boy, here we go.
I'm gonna say user error. Hold on. Skeeter, I'm gonna send you again. Okay.
Philly cheesesteak.
My guess is like I'm trying it.
Thank you, Lenny.
We might have a guy coming aboard tonight. Last week we were mentioning something about I think he said scariest places in PA. Well, there's a guy coming in. Hold on, guys. Oh wait, hold on. Yep, it's either Skeeter or it's the man called Skeeter. Out and about with Skeeter.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just want to tell everybody, yeah, I heading home. I figured I'd stop at this place where I'm at now. But yeah, I don't know how to flip my phone around to show you guys the other direction. How do I do that?
You can't do
I
it.
don't know.
You can't do it on real stream.
Oh,
It's
I
not
want to
gonna
know.
happen.
I don't even know if I'm live. Am I live on my screen?
You're live on other. I explained this to you earlier, silly pants. I showed you the diagram. I made you a diagram, Ryan. Look at the diagram I made for Ryan. I don't know if y'all can see this,
Hey, look.
but it comes from Joe's computer, real stream, down to all of our channels. I showed Ryan this, but he still doesn't get it.
Skeeter, stop smoking those bananas.
We'll have to talk again off screen, Ryan. I'll show you another diagram.
Here, let me.
Don't worry, I got you, buddy. I got you.
I'm gonna go on the YouTube. Yeah, Skeeter, we're going live on my channel, FP's channel, and your channel.
How do I now? What's question is how do I see chat?
I don't know. You might have to check it on your phone. I don't know.
I use a second phone to monitor the chat. I'm on this phone, and then I use this phone. I use this phone recording. This one's for chat. That's the way I do it.
What's up, Venger?
Yeah.
Buddy.
That's why you see me always looking like this, because I'm always looking at the chat like this. It's not like I'm trying not to look at the camera, but I'm looking over here. Yeah. Like a boss. Like a boss.
Let's see here. Let's see.
Like a boss.
Skeeter.
What is that? Oh, St. Mary's.
No, it ain't the same area. I'm in a different cemetery. I was heading home and
it's Skeeter's video. My bad. I thought that was from us.
Yes.
I was heading home and I was like, I might as well stop in here and show you guys a little bit of this.
Look at you with your headlight on.
Skeeter, we're live on your channel too, buddy. I'm just checking. You're live on your channel.
So all your fans all your Skeetermites are seeing this too.
So I want to give a shout out to the guys, to all the subs that follow Skeeter.
Skeeter is out and about, guys. He's out and about.
And
I can't see you guys' chat. I'll read you guys' chat later. But yeah, you guys are out.
Guys, if you say something about Skeeter, let us know. We'll just tell Skeeter directly.
Yeah, I'll catch in the chats.
If anybody says anything, we'll tell you directly.
Okay.
Skeeter, is it true that you wear pink underwear? The chat wants to know, is it true that you wear pink underwear?
No, I don't wear pink, but I do wear green.
Okay. Well, that didn't come from the chat. That came from me. I tricked you. Haha. Gotcha. Let's hear Mark's.
Hey, I just want to know, I want to ask a question. Do ghosts fart?
No.
That's not what I heard. What's up, people on YouTube and everybody on the SGW broadcast and False Paranormal?
Yep. So
I am Skeeter. I am out and about with you all.
Oh, I have something. I have something to show you guys tonight that that we have going on in the shop zone. We have some new items tonight, and if you guys love the show and you want to support the show, click that QR code up in the far left corner. Now, what we do with our donations is that helps us get to our places we go to, like out and about. We this past Tuesday, me and FP went down to Yakos, which I know a lot of you saw the video. The donations help us go places to check out, like Shelter Place, Yakos, helps us with the gas. That's where that goes to. Now, check this out, guys, because we have on the shop zone, we got the Skeeter's World ceramic mug for just $9.95. If you click that link, it says Skeeter's World on one, and it has Camping Hyping on the other with his YouTube channel. Check it out.
That's cool.
Yep, we got the Skeeter mug. Actually, it's the Skeeter's World mug. Yep, $9.95 in the shop zone tonight. Click that QR code to get your own Skeeter mug today. Okay.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
And
That's pretty cool.
Hey, I just wanted to show you guys something real quick. Look at this behind me.
okay, someone's saying hello, but it's in I'm not sure the what kind of it looks like. I don't know, but hello to you, guy or gal. Someone's coming through the YouTube, one of the YouTube channels. I don't know if it's what kind of writing that is, like for the name, but hello. No offense, but I don't know what that says or what your name is. But thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate it. Already we got a strong 10, and we've just been live for about a whole 12 minutes. So yeah, if you guys want your very own Skeeter's World mug, $9.95, click that QR code. Get into the shop zone. Let's see. I'm getting text here too.
Texting? We're in for Mark to call. Mark wants to call in. Everything's happening so fast.
Okay, so GF saying hi to everybody.
Sorry, my light ain't bright enough. My other one's up at the my vehicle. I should have brought the brighter one.
All right. Also, here I got to. So that's the Skeeter mug. I'll put this back up later before the end of the broadcast. Also, we got the Skeeter, the new Skeeter shirt, out and about with Skeeter, $24.95 on the shop zone. Get yours today. You'll have to get Skeeter shirt. It says out and about with Skeeter, with SGW. So yep, Skeeter is now branded with us. He's part of the deal too. And guys, if you're watching this on Facebook, okay, if you like camping and hiking videos, go to Skeeter's channel. Okay, I'll put that for you in the chat. It's gonna be. If you have not liked and subscribed to the Skeeter channel, please do. He has some good hiking and camping videos.
What's up, everybody? Hit that subscribe button if you didn't already, and actually hit all of our subscribe channels. Every little bit helps, and each week I'll be personally throwing out 3 videos myself out live.
For
So
those
you
that
guys
are,
could be live with
Let's see
me.
you there.
for those guys that could see the chat, click if you have not liked Skeeter's channel, click that link. For guys that are watching us on YouTube, just put that in your browser. Like and subscribe to the Skeeter channel, and he has the videos like camping, hiking, stuff like that. He told me he does a little bit of fishing, but I don't know if he has any fishing videos. But there you go. Again, you all know FP's channel for all related paranormal activity. Speaking of, what up, Fred? Speaking of, last night we went live on all the channels, all the sites. FP and I went to the old Pittston Hospital. Now, I'm going to be putting up in a little bit later on during the show, I'm going to put up my recorded part because after my laptop died, we went just with recording. So we have a little bit. And I haven't seen it yet either, so I don't know if anything's caught or not. But we're going to play that a little bit later on. What else?
Well, let's save that after. Let's do Mark's story first because everybody's waiting for Mark.
Later on during the show. So Mark, you want to call in? You let us know. Or you give me a call. You know my number. Or call FP. You might have his number. But I know you have my number. Whenever you're ready, buddy, you call us and you tell us your story. I'm also talking here. I'm trying to get another guest tonight who wants to talk about some. I think we said scariest places or most interesting places in Pennsylvania. We may get him on here. We may not. I don't know yet. I'm trying. So as always, I want to give a shout out to all you guys who watch the shows faithful every week. We got Fred. We got Mark. Oh, I don't see Marcus yet. We got Fred. We got Marcus. Venger's here. Hi, Venger. Lenny. He's been watching us faithful for the last couple of weeks. Lenny used to be my
I'm
old
going to go get my other light. Hold on, people. I'm going to go grab my light. Huh?
We got
You own it?
long-time follower.
This light I got is too bright or too low. I got to get the bright one. What the heck?
One of the chat members wants to come on the show. I don't know who it is though.
Okay, yeah, you hey, all right, give me 1 second. Here, Jonas, yeah, you're more than welcome to come on the show with us. Here, do me a favor. Hold on. Hold that thought, Jonas. We'll get you on in a minute. Oh, hold on. We lost. Crud. I think that was Mark trying to chime in. Jonas, give me a moment, and buddy, we'll bring you on right after Mark. Hold on. I didn't think I lost him. Again, to whoever's saying the show is amazing, thank you. I don't know what your name is because I can't read that type. Mark? Is this Mark?
Yeah, how you
Hey,
doing?
gotcha. Okay, I lost you there for a minute. Hold on. Hey, we got Mark here on the phone.
Yeah.
Mark, what's up, buddy?
Oh, not too much. I had a little problem with my sugar today. I'm a little bit down here. I changed the medication for my diabetes the other day, but it's just a temporary thing. He said it might have a little bit of side effects the first time I took it.
I hope you're feeling better. I know what that's like when you got to change your meds.
How you guys doing? You guys happy birthday, eh? Both you and FP. You had yours, and FP's got his coming up, don't he?
Right. So Mark, I
want to thank you too. I got my certificate too, buddy. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. I hope you enjoy that.
Awesome.
I was on the Facebook one time this week. I looked at the products a little bit, but I didn't have time to really, delve into it. But it looks like a pretty nice shop. A lot of nice products.
So I hear you might have a story to tell us, Mark.
Yeah, you want to hear it?
Oh, yeah, that's it. Susan's been dying for a week to hear this.
Okay, this goes back a long time. The first time that I had any interest in a Bigfoot was, probably 30, 40 years ago at work. And we were out on a patio one day eating lunch, and we saw something. There was a fire lane. There's a fire lane cut out through the woods where we lived, or where I worked back then. And you know what a fire lane is, where they put the telephone poles and the utilities to the, where they try to keep the fire from jumping.
Yeah.
Place to
Oh,
place.
that's cool.
And at the
Check it
top of
out.
that hill there, you could see the skyline there. And we were eating our lunch. We saw something come out of there, and it was awful big. Now, we were pretty good ways away from there, and it was pretty big. And it came out walking, and you could tell its arms were down below its knees while it was walking. So whatever it was pretty big because it was pretty tall to the skyline. It stopped and looked around a little bit, whatever it did. We were on shock, and it walked off and walked back into the woods. And that was the end of that adventure. I mean, we were at work. We really couldn't go check it out. And there was a lot of sightings in the area. It was in the paper within about a 10 or 15-mile radius of there. There was probably 7 or 8 sightings, and they kept talking about it in the paper. And I said, well, maybe what did we see? I told my buddy Carl, and he says, I don't know. He said, but I'm here with you. I saw it too. I said, I know you did. Well, years went by. This was about 9 years ago. Me and 3 of my buddies from high school, we decided to get out to West Virginia. One of them had a friend that had some property down there below Fairmont, West Virginia. This is probably 2.5, 3 hours from where I live. And Fairmont's maybe half hour, an hour from south of Morgantown, University of West Virginia.
Hope everybody's enjoying.
Down there, we packed it. What's that? So
Sorry.
we packed up a truck and took cars. 4 of us that went. We was after work now. We were all kind of tired on a Friday night. We didn't get down there till about 11 o'clock. We stopped and had some fast food on the way down. First, we set our 2 tents up. Now, it was raining lightly, so we made sure we took the camper on in case we had to get in out of the rain. Because where we were going to be, there was nothing there except the clearing. The guy had the property. Most of it was undeveloped. He was going to try to take some trees down and clear it out and put a house up down there. And there was woods there, and there was a little clearing there. And he had a pond on the farm, and it was a pretty big place, Like I said, it was undeveloped, and it was awful dark because we were in the middle of nowhere. And like I said, it was raining lightly, so there was no stars out, nothing. Well, by the time we got down there, we were all kind of tired. After, like I said, we set the camp out. We all decided we'd take a nap. Ran into the morning because we were so tired we never did get back up that day. So the next day we got up, cooked our camp breakfast, and we kind of sat around till about noon, and we decided to go fishing on the pond there. And we stayed out for 3 or 4 hours. We caught a lot of smallmouth bass, which we cleaned. We got it in clean and filleted. We had them for dinner that night. Well, we stayed around. Now, we had little old miner's hats, like with lights on, if you know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. Yeah, we know.
We didn't have those kind of like UNFP have. You have a nice lights, but we had them old hats. And the 2 guys I went with were experienced hunters. So they took their 2 rifles. I don't hunt, I just fish, but we had our fishing poles and they had their rifles. Well, they decided they would take their rifles with them because we don't know what's there. There could be just bear out there. We don't know.
Right.
We're in the middle of nowhere. So we headed out, and like I said, it was raining kind of slightly out there. So we headed out. It was dark. It was in August. It was around 9:30. It started getting dark. So we headed out. Like I said, it's raining lightly. Those 3 guys were ahead of me. Except 2 of them had the rifles, so we didn't want to, I didn't want to get up front. So they headed out there, and as you walked along, you could see a lot of like little bones laying around different places. It's like a possum or maybe a squirrel. There was some groundhog, something, just little bones.
Okay.
But there were a lot of them. And you could see the branches above us there was a lot of paths made. And the branches were down, but they were down awful high. Like if something knocked them down, it wasn't a human. They were up higher than we were. So we were getting kind of worried. Like I said, we couldn't see. We had cell phone. We had no reception. We were kind of on our own. So we just kept walking and walking. And, it kept raining a little bit lighter. Up ahead, we could see these footprints there. And they were huge.
Hmm.
And I said to the one guy, my buddy Bill, I said, maybe that's a bear paw print like those. He said, no. He said, I go hunting up in King County, Potter County, I think it is, where they got their camp. He goes, I bagged 2 deer. Those are not bear prints. They're too big. He goes, stick your foot in there. Now, I got a size 14 foot, and my foot fit in that footprint on the ground like it was nothing. So we kept walking, and we could see more and more of these as we went along. And you could hear things in the woods, but, it was raining. You could hear, the water on the leaves, so we couldn't tell what was what. All of a sudden, I turn around, something knocks me to the ground.
No
I
kidding.
get up, and I hear this screaming going on. It's my buddy Bill up ahead. Our friend Ray is laying on the ground ahead of us, and he is bleeding profusely out of his back. Whatever knocked him down, he left the contusions in his back. He had a big knot on his head, and he could barely breathe. He was breathing hard. But we didn't know what happened, so we grabbed him up, and we took off back to camp. Like I told you, we were probably 10 or 12 miles down the road, off the main road. So we took off, and we threw him in the back of the pickup, and I grabbed the towel, put it on his back to keep the blood as much as I could on the pressure on.
Right.
Well, we got up the road a ways, and we got to a farmhouse there, and there was a guy in there. We got a hold of him. He came out and looked at it. He immediately called 911. Well, a long story short, they flew a life flight down from Rupert Memorial Hospital in Morgantown. Took maybe 20 minutes to get there. They life flighted him out. By the time we got up there, a couple hours later, his wife was on the way, and he was still in surgery. And ended up probably another 3 hours before he got out. They took him straight to ICU, and they had him on a ventilator. They were cleaning up all the stuff, the wounds, like I said, still. And they had him on a wound vac. I know what that is because I had one on my back surgery. It take all it does is anything that secretes out of it, like blood or, anything that seeps out of the wound, it kind of just like drains it out. And so he was in there, I don't know, his wife finally got down there maybe an hour or two later. She drove, they lived north of Pittsburgh, I was south.
Okay.
By the time she got down there, and she's crying, of course, and the doctor said he had a collapsed lung, and he had all those contusions in there. And they had to put him on a ventilator. They had to induce him into a coma. I don't know if you know what that means.
Yeah, a medical coma.
Oh. Mark, can I ask a question when you're done?
Yeah.
Let me know when you're done, because I just have one question.
Well, yeah, okay. So I'll just go through this real quick now. They induced him into a coma, and he was in the ICU like a week or 10 days. I can't remember. And they sent him to like a regular room for a week, and then they sent him home. And then he had home nursing for like 6 or 7 weeks. They came 4 or 5 times a week to change the bandages. And by the time that he got back to work, now see, it's like I said, this was I think in August it was. The end of August it was. He was an accountant. Mostly did tax work. He did corporate tax work too. But his busy time, of course, is tax season. So him missing the work he had his own office, really wasn't hurting him as much because he didn't do a lot of work there anyhow. But, all that. And, the police came and anytime somebody gets hurt like the injury, they want to know. And we told them, of course, they wrote it off as a bear attack. And, I was there. And that ghost guy said there was no. When they went back, I took off because they had to pick up. I got in the car. When I went home next morning, they went back camp to get the equipment. And when they went back to camp, the camp was all done. Tents were knocked down. Equipment was sprayed. Of course, they ate the rest of the fish we had. We didn't get a chance to eat it all. They ate whatever it was, ate that. And those prints were all around that area. And the police went down and they said it was bear. They wrote it off as a bear. I ain't buying it. And then I'll let FP, he wanted to ask me something. Go ahead. I got some more to tell you, but go ahead.
Okay, well, 2 things I want to say. 2 things real fast. Fred P says, thank you to Skeeter for picking up those American flags in the cemetery. And the question I had for you, now you kind of answered it, but I have a kind of different question. You said the police ruled it off as a bear attack. However, what did the doctors think? What did the doctor think? Because I'm sure he would have like a better opinion.
Well, the doctor, he didn't really actually know. seen nothing like that before.
He has
And then
never.
a
Okay.
month later, he had to go in months later to get some skin grafts on his back. You know, they did plastic surgery on that. In fact, I'll tell you, they did a wonderful job. You can hardly even tell that was done.
Wow.
You know, he had to go back like 4 or 5 times to get that done, maybe even more.
Yeah, that's a long process. That skin grafting. All right.
I had back surgery, three years ago, and I know what he went through with the wound back, because you got to pretty much, they put a tube down in this, I had the surgery, they put a tube in right where the incision was. It was a pretty big one. Like I said, I had a 9-hour operation on my back. And they put that on, and it just runs continually. Now, if you want to go to the bathroom, you got to get up and go off. Now, you can take it portably with you. There's a strap on it. You can put it over your shoulder. Now, plug it, and it runs on a battery for a certain amount of time. But it'll start beeping after a while. After it loses power, you got to plug it in again. But it's hard to carry that thing around. So if you're doing a regular job, now, like I said, he could miss his job. But say you were working in a factory or you're doing something else, you can't exactly carry that around and work with it. So you'd have been out of work no matter what for a long time. Me, I got permanent disability with my back. And Jay was talking about worrying with 52, you'll feel, well, wait till you get to be 67, you'll really feel.
Hope I make it to 67. Baby.
To this day, he's still afraid to go into the woods at night. We still go fishing. I still go out and visit these guys. Next year, we got our 50th high school reunion. And we've been friends all these years. We used to play basketball in high school together. That's how we all got connected.
Right.
And so next year will be our 50th year reunion. I'll be 68. And he's still scared to go into the woods at night. Now, they go camping up there. They go bear hunting up in McKean County. I think it's Potter or McKean County. They got a camp up there. And they go deer hunting all the time, but they don't go out of the cabin at night no more.
I don't blame them.
They stay in there. They don't go outside to have a beer at the campfire. They're still scared of it. And tell you the truth, I don't like to go out at night either. It's like, you know, if I don't go to a wood area, let's put it that way, that kind of creeped me out. Now, if you saw something like I saw, I didn't get to see it because I got knocked down too. I didn't see nothing, and I asked him what he saw that night, and he told me he could feel a breath on the back of his neck. He said there was a foul odor, and he looked up, and he turned around, and whatever it was had these beady eyes looking down on him, and he was I'm 6'2", and he's 6 foot. For it to be looking down on him, he said that's all he remembers.
Wow.
You know, so he got knocked down. But that's creepy. Like I said, the police never want to admit nothing. I mean, what are they going to tell their bosses? There was this creature in the woods. I mean, but they had a bunch of sightings down that whole area down around Fairmont down there. There was not only, like I said, you know, activity in that area. It was all through West Virginia. West Virginia, if anything, I can understand that. That whole state's pretty much all forest down there. I mean, you get some towns, it's mostly undeveloped. It is beautiful, like I say, wild, beautiful West Virginia. It sure is. Unless you run into something in the woods, it ain't wild, beautiful. But, you know, to this day, he still has some of the scars. Like I said, not too many. And I tell you that later on, this is maybe 3 years ago, I was at the supermarket, and there was a guy in there putting, you know how people put stuff up on the bulletin board?
Right.
You know, like for jobs and different stuff. Well, I said to the cashier, I said, what's he doing? She said, well, he has different kind of things. He'll have car shows. He runs car shows, rib cookouts, and they have like concerts and stuff. He does all these different events, you know, and then he organizes them, and he charges money to come to these things, and that's how they make their money. They have cookouts in front. They sell different things. Well, I went over and started talking to him. I said, what are you doing here? He says, well, I'm putting these. I said, what's this about? You got some kind of show? She said, did you ever, this is amazing. She said, did you ever believe in, first he said, do you ever believe in Bigfoot? Bigfoot, I said, yeah, I believe in Bigfoot. He said, yeah, you never saw it. I said, well, let me tell you something. I had an encounter, and I can't prove it's that, but that's what I think. I told him what the story was, and he asked me if I wanted to come speak at the convention. They were having a convention down towards Morgantown, and he told me he'd pay my room, give me $250 for that day only. And I told my friend Bill, I said, you want to go down there? And he didn't want to talk about it. He said, I don't want nothing to do. I don't want to go talk. It brings back too many bad memories. But if you want to go, go ahead. Well, I took my wife down. We stayed it was a Marriott down there. And we went down there the next day, and I saw how he made the money. Because outside there, big cook-offs, and inside they were having posters up of the Bigfoot, and then they had little action figures, like the Army, Navy guys you get with your kids and stuff.
Hi, Sam.
Bigfoot coloring books for the kids.
Brad, how you doing?
I didn't know if it was more of a joke of this or
Right.
what they were doing, but I didn't really like it. But I understand what he was doing, trying to make money. But I don't know if he was making fun of it. To me, it was serious because of what happened.
Right.
And so when I went up and told my story, by the time I left there, their jaws were laying on the ground. I don't think they expected me to tell it so vividly what happened. But like I said, it was scary. Like I said, I can't prove nothing. It was dark. Like I said, it was raining. It's kind of a nasty night, and we kind of asked for it. We walked into it when we knew what we were getting into.
But something happened.
Yeah, something got this.
The guy down there that had that property. Now they told me. Now this, like I said, this is kind of like what is it? 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years. 2020. It was right before I broke my back, so it was 2021 that I spoke. And
what's up, Lenny?
He told me. I talked to a buddy down there. He told me that it was 2 or 3 years after that happened to us. There was 2 teenagers came up missing down there. Now they were runaways, so they weren't local kids that were camping down there, and they knew about them, that being down there. They were down there for a while, but they never found them after that. They never came out of there. Nobody ever found anything. What happened? And also, the guy that had that property down there told me his neighbor had a lot of animals come up missing. He had sheep down there. And he had different, I don't know what else. He had a couple guard dogs come out of there. They put the dogs up. And actually, believe it or not, they put donkeys in those fields. Those donkeys will protect those sheep.
I'm in a cemetery.
Well, that was a great story indeed, Mark.
Yeah, thank you for
That was incredible, actually.
That was a good one.
I don't even consider that a story. That's like a real life event.
Right. I just finally figured out how to got to the messages.
I raised German Shepherds down there for about 25 years, me and my wife. And somebody told me, I didn't know this was, but we have tons of coyotes down here. Like I said, at the time, I might have had 3 or 4 males, probably about 7 or 8 females. And that's how we supplement our income, because, it was pretty easy to sell German Shepherd pups. Everybody wanted them.
right.
And my wife got one. My wife got a female sent over from over in Europe. Oh, it was a purebred. And we ended up breeding her, and then she had some daughters and this and that. We bred them for males, of course, couldn't breed the same male. But they sold, we sold them for like $1,500, $2,000 a piece. Well, one of the litters had 12 of them in it, and we bred them a lot until we got older. And I was working 2 jobs, she's working 2 jobs, so we really went they're a lot of work. You got to take care of the pups, you got to clean the kennels, you got to get them out, you got to take them to the vets, the babies.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of work involved, unless you have time. I mean, there's a lot of money. I guess we could have done this full time again after we retired. Now we're retired, but we didn't. But there was a guy who told us about these coyotes that they'll send a female up. They go in packs and that, of course, and they'll send a female up like that, and if you have dogs in your neighborhood, of course there's male dogs, they'll send one of their females up there in heat. That way the males will chase them, and they'll run down, and then the other coyotes come out and attack them and kill them. And I don't know if that's true, but I had a couple coyotes come up into my kennel area a couple times. I don't like them coming up, because I keep my pups out there, and I didn't want them out with my pups. And even though they're caged, if they would get in there, the dogs wouldn't do any good. They're caged too. The older dogs. So they were out one day when it was their daylight. They're usually in by then. But there was one down there, and my wife said, "What are you going to do?" So I let the 4 males out, and they took off after that female. I didn't know if it was a female at the time, but I did after we got down there.
Right.
Of course, what was left of her, they tore her apart. They just ripped her up. My wife was bad. I told her, I said, that's the best thing that could happen. Because if they are in the woods and they just look the hell away from our kennels now, they'll see that these dogs ain't going to put up with that. And I tell you what, talk about it sometimes.
Well, I'm
Like I
glad you
said, it
shared
doesn't bring
with us.
back good memories.
Speaking of
Like I
dogs,
said, thank God my friend pulled through, and everything ended up being okay. But still,
Yeah.
it could have went the other way.
speaking of dogs, here's one video bottom. Here's Miss Molly.
What's that?
So speaking of dogs, I don't know if you're watching, but I have Molly here. I'm holding Molly. Oh, she wants to get down. Okay, she's gone.
You got Molly's the bigger dog, right?
Yeah, Molly's a spaniel.
And you got the little dog. What's it?
Oh, that's
Mr. or Mrs.?
that's Mr. Jingles.
Yeah, Mr. Jingles. Yeah,
That's my GS dog.
You're like me. You love your animals too, don't you?
I do. All right. Well, Mark, I mean, thank you for that story. We're glad you shared it with us tonight.
Well, like I said, I don't. Actually, I probably only told this story about 3 or 4 times
if
since
you
it
could,
happened.
Mark,
Maybe my friends might have told their friends more than that.
Mark, if you could turn your
I really don't like talking about it. You guys are pretty close to me now. I don't mind telling it.
Mark, not to if you could turn down your speaker, your feedbacking. I could hear myself in the background. If you could turn your speaker down.
Okay, hold on here. Is it better now?
Yeah, I was hearing myself in the background.
Yeah, I had that on. I just turned it on to see if I could see Molly. Like I said, I didn't have it on.
I thought you did. Yeah.
I didn't want to be distracted.
Right.
Because,
Well, no.
like I said, I ain't really feeling too above board tonight. So I wanted to make sure I could keep talking and keep going and tell the story before I get. Like I said, I've been under the weather for a day here.
Well, we hope you feel better. We hope you feel better.
Yes.
I don't know if you see the commercials on. They got this thing called Ozempic I take now. It's an injectable.
Right.
It's for type 2 diabetics. It's real expensive. And I'm on a Medicare Advantage plan, but my Medicare Advantage plan, I got to do work. And it's a really good plan, and it's costs like $1,000, $1,200 a month, but they cover. So it's an injectable, and it's supposed to be better than the other pills I take, So I'll find out. I ain't been on it long. And then you take it like 4 times, and you up your dose, stuff like that. Sometimes you have a lot of side effects. My wife did. She's on it too. And she had a lot of side effects 3 or 4 times. But that's just, here or there. But, yeah, that's been creepy, I don't know, a lot of people don't believe things. And, I can't prove that what it was because I didn't see it.
Right.
It was dark. But I know it. I know being from their general knowledge of hunting and everything, they knew what a bear was. They saw the footprints and they said that was
Hey,
no
how's
way
it going,
that was a
Matt?
bear. Things happen. But, I just wanted to call up and let you know what happened. And
yeah, we're glad you did. Thank you.
All week. You've been off all week. I've been watching your videos down at Yonex or whatever it was, the hot dog shop, and
Yakos.
a couple other ones. And then get lost in the cemetery that night.
FP, you're like FP's never gonna live that one down.
It kind of like I don't know if he was gonna smack you. He would say he couldn't find you. I think he just left him there.
All right.
I'm gonna take off now. Let this watch the rest of the show. Like I said, I don't feel real great, so I'm gonna watch it, but I'm gonna lay down and watch it here. Buddy.
All right. Hope you feel better, Mark. Thanks for checking in with us. And I hope you.
Okay, guys. Have a good.
You guys have a great night, Mark.
Glad you got that certificate.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Like I said, I'm gonna try. They might have something in there.
Give them a call.
I'll let you know next week.
You too, Mark. Thank you. Have a good night, Mark.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, that was Mark from Pittsburgh, who likes to chime in every week.
In my vehicle.
Let's get back with the Mr. Skeeter here. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So I want to give it just a quick shout back out to Kim Kim, thank you. I'm glad you're here watching us tonight. It's
Yes, thank you.
I didn't want to cut Mark off because Mark was telling us that story. But thank you for hanging with us. We really appreciate it. Hey, Matt P, Fred. I'm trying to bring in another guest, possibly. Still trying to work on it. But yeah, he wants to talk about places in Pennsylvania. Whenever he's I didn't realize he's an hour behind us, so he lives somewhere. He lives in the Central Time Zone. So it's like 8:45 where he's at, and now he didn't realize we're an hour ahead. So I just let him know whenever he wants to chime in, he's more than welcome. I sent him the link, and his name's Dan. Let's see. I sent him the link, told him to come on whenever he's ready. So we'll see what happens. If not, then hopefully we can get him next week. But Fred wants to hear the road trip story. Okay, and False Beard, you talking to yourself or okay? There you are. So Fred, the road trip. Now I did have a dash cam, but I screwed it up, so I lost some of that video. So I just got it. I didn't know how to work it. But our road trip down to Yakos was pretty good. The weather was nice. We were cruising. The Forte ride's beautiful. And guess what you see next time you get in the Forte. I didn't realize, and I'll show you. It's the more I'm looking, I'm like, okay, it looks pretty cool. Hold on. I'm just okay.
It's gonna be in the dark for a little bit.
So Skeeter. So let's get back with our out and about segment with Skeeter. And what's going on in your neck of the woods there, Skeeter?
I was heading home. Came across his cemetery, so I figured I stop in here and film a little bit. Hold on, I'm going to stop real quick. I am in the vehicle. I was heading back home, but I'll stop right here. Turn on the light.
Oh, so you got your van running?
Yes, indeed. My van is up and it's running, and
yeah, Danny's like, how do I get him? I'm like, I sent you the link. So we're trying to get him on. So yeah, so while we're waiting on Skeeter there to give us a report, guys, get the Skeeter World mug. Skeeter, you got your own mug, buddy. It's called the Skeeter's World mug. Skeeter World mug.
That's awesome.
$9.95 on the shop zone. Get yours today. Get your mug today.
Heck yeah.
And let's see.
Oh yeah, don't forget, people. Next Tuesday is going to be another stealth camp. It's going to be my stealth camp number 5, and it is planned. And that's going to. If I could get on live stream, I will go live at my location. But if I can't, I'll film, and then definitely for sure
upload it.
You guys will see the video as soon as I get it back home. But I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna jump off of here. I just want to give you guys a little bit of a cemetery just around my area. This is only a few, but make sure everybody hits the subscribe button for the PA. Wild Boys, SGW guy, False Paranormal. You guys get out there and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification, because let me tell you, I got a lot of plans coming up, and especially SGW guy and False Paranormal. We all got videos coming your way, people. You don't want to miss it. But I am going to go. I want to tell everybody thank you for coming along with me live. Everybody,
Skeeter.
I'm Skeeter.
Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for checking
See
out.
everybody on the
Again,
flip.
all right. See you next week, Skeeter.
And disappear.
Up. See you next week. Cheers.
Cheers. Boom, he's gone.
Okay, that we do that segment now every week out and about with Skeeter. And again, if you guys like, just shit, like and subscribe to his channel for all the things camping, hiking. I think he does some fishing now and then. If you're into those kind of check out his channel. He does some paranormal stuff too. I don't know if he's into it like me and FPR, but check out his channel, like and subscribe to that. Now, going back to FP's channel, last night when we did the full stream, we were just we were out testing the equipment. So moving forward, though, when we do our Friday night paranormals, we're probably we're gonna do like we did. We're gonna stream, and then FP, if he can't connect because of the phone, he'll do a recording. But we're gonna try go somewhere where he could chime in with us, so we kind of do a side by side deal here. And
I'm just
yeah, it's
I'm a foot ahead in a graveyard.
we're gonna turn out pretty good there.
Yep.
Oh, wow, that hour went quick. Okay, so we're still rolling with 12 straight. Thank you for hanging with us. We appreciate it. And again, thank you for Mark for telling us that story. Now, in other news, we're talking about summer and stuff. Back in the day, when we would to go like on summer vacations. Back in the 80s, my dad worked 6 days a week. He worked Monday through Saturday. He was a car salesman. He was the general manager. So growing up, I really like where my other buddies, went hunting with their dads or fishing. I didn't have that. My dad worked 6 days a week. So on Sundays, my dad would cook the big dinner. Okay. So when vacation time came around, he was able to take his vacation. We went to like Busch Gardens, Gettysburg, South Carolina. Went to Hilton Head, South Carolina for a couple of years before he got sick. That was our kind of last family outing to vacation. But we'd like to go to the beach, hang out at the beach all day. Go to down at Hilton Head, South Carolina. There was a place, I don't even know if it's still there anymore. It was called Sneakers, and it was just like on the beach, kind of like open cabana, like juice bar. I think they had food, just kind of handheld, but it was neat. It was neat to go to. I loved traveling with my parents and my sisters, and we all had a good time. But when we were kids, like we go to Hershey Park, we go to we got to hold that thought, guys. Okay, there's someone called You See Me. Is this Daniel? Hello, is it who's You See Me? Hello. Okay. You see me? Oh, no, he's gone. Don't know who he was. What happened? Maybe I'll chime back. Maybe he's having some difficulty. I don't know. We went to Busch Gardens, Hershey Park. We go to the funny thing is, and I see 2 people supported the show tonight. Thank you. I don't know who you are yet, but to the 2 people that supported the show today, thank you. We appreciate that.
Amazing.
It's yeah. Damn it, I was gonna say. So yeah, I had a good, like I said, I didn't really do a lot of the father son stuff that my buddies did. I tagged along when he went fishing with my buddy and his dad, and it was nice, but again, my dad felt he needed to work. He worked 6 days a week. So growing up, we didn't have a really lot of like we never went to Knoebels. Never went to Knoebels. We went to Rocky Glen. Years earlier, we went to Hanson's when it was out in Harvey's Lake. But for the big vacations, we'd go to, like I said, we'd go South Carolina, the beaches, you name it. And, I'll never No, I'll never trade those memories, forever. They were good. They were good memories. Now, moving currently today, I really haven't really done a lot of now. This is our vacation week, my vacation week. Me and FP did go to Yako's, on Tuesday, which I had a fun trip. Got to see how good the Forte went on the interstate. She did really good. Today just winding down. Today I gave the car a bath, vacuumed it. Finally, I got mats, put some mats in. Yeah. Oh, FP fade himself out to sneeze. I wonder if FP ever made it out of that virtual cemetery of his. He's still in the cemetery somewhere.
I can't get out of here. I'm stuck.
Uh-oh. And so our road trip to Yako's was pretty good. And then we went to it's called Shelter Place. According to the Historic Society, it's like the oldest house, building, however you want to call it, in Pennsylvania.
The oldest log structure, yeah.
Yeah, and that was neat to look at. That was really neat to look at.
Yeah.
So what you call it? Hold that thought.
Uh-oh.
Nope, I'm just
I'm still curious on why we saw our breath last night up on that hill. I know it wasn't that cold.
Well, here's the thing, and I said this. I was talking to the GF before because we might be going back. We might be taking a trip back there, FP.
I think we should.
Yeah, the GF was very interested in that, so she might even go with us. Okay.
Dude, I wish you would. Dude, we could totally make her. We can make her so she's safe, dude.
Keep her off camera. Yeah. But here's the thing, like, because when we not when I was up on top, but when I moved down to the second location,
I told you.
Creepy feeling somebody was watching us. Like, because I'd look around and I'm hoping the E-Meet camera caught something. Now again, I didn't. Now once I didn't watch my live video yet from that, but I didn't even watch the recording yet. I have that here. We're gonna go over that tonight. But right now, it's hold on. I'm getting a Facebook text.
Right? But Fred, I'm doing this for you guys. I'm putting myself in this cold, miserable weather just for you guys. So you guys can have something good to watch. You tell me, what do you guys want to see next week? Last week I was at the what was the last week?
We were a lot of places last week. We went to Dino's for the meet and greet. We went to the old cemetery. We went to Yako's.
The screensaver. I forgot what I had. A fireplace. I think I had last. A fire. Yeah, the fire was last week.
You did the fire pit in honor of Skeeter's camping.
Yep. And Skeeter was going to a cemetery tonight. Oh, look at that. I see a pattern.
Okay, we have someone. I am inside. Come find me. No. You come find us. No. But okay, so on June 13th, okay, in Wyoming, Pennsylvania, there's an opening of a new Sheetz. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is just kind of share the video a little bit. I'm going to share that video with you guys right now from the new Sheetz. Okay, what's going on in SGW country? We are here. We're in the new Sheetz in Wyoming, PA. They opened today, June 13th, 9 a.m. this morning. Me and the GF are here. We're getting some food. I got 2 chili dogs, curly fry, and a big jug of iced tea. And the GF needs me to help him finish completing the order. 1 second. Okay. Okay, so there's a lot of people here today. They're probably crazy because it's the first day. All right, guys. Now we are going to take our food home. It's just crazy here. I'm 334 and GF is 299. We'll stay here waiting. Over at the counter pay now. All right, guys. Here are my 2 chili dogs, mustard onions. I got the curly fries. Now, are they as good as the Arby's curly fries? Well, we shall see. They look like Arby's curly fries. They're Sheetz curly fries. I didn't have my tripod with me. It was in the car. Okay, yeah, it's pretty good. All right, so that was the Sheetz. That was the new Sheetz in Wyoming. So yeah, now even that night, it was still packed. Oh my god, it was packed like hell. Let's see, just gonna look back in the chat.
Ouch.
One second, guys. Sorry, guys. 1 minute. Okay, so my other guest, he's still trying to figure out how to get into the studio. He's having some issues. But okay, so I'm trying to talk him in. Let's see. Have I ever been to Philly for a Philly cheesesteak? Yes, I have, years and years and years ago. And back in the day, what are you doing, Molly? What do you got? Oh, what do you got, Molly? I'm afraid to ask. Okay, she got something.
Pepper.
Oh,
Pepper doodle.
Years and years ago, when I worked for a company called Wyoming Valley Motors, it was a car dealership. We sponsored the Phillies for a season, and we gave them two cars to drive. And what is this, dog? What did you take? Oh, you're a goober. Molly Dolly, you're something else. You're something else, girl. And anyway, so me and another guy to drive two cars down and saw him with the cars and bring the other 2 cars back. So we stopped off at Pat's. So yes, I can honestly say I had an official Philly cheesesteak from Philly. And Susan, yeah, I had their hamburgers before. They were good. Now tonight, I went back tonight, which I didn't get to do the video yet. It's still sitting on my phone. 1 second. Daniel, I don't know, buddy. I mean, you could talk into the chat there where it says type, write a comment, but I don't know how to get you into the studio itself. I know you follow that link I sent you and you just follow the prompts. I don't, buddy. I'm sorry. I don't know. If someone could help, if you could help Dan or try and get in, he's watching the show. He sent me a clip, but he can't. Like he wants to get into to share a story with us, and like I said, I get into a different way. So I don't I don't know how to. I don't know. I just send the link and you guys come in. Dan, I'm sorry, dude. I don't know. Here, let's try it.
While in the graveyard.
Hold on. What we're gonna do? I'm trying to get our friend Dan here into the stream. And I mean not into the stream, but into the studio itself.
But Skeeter made it home. Somebody wants to know about Susan's pizza experience. Marcus.
Wait, what experience? I'm sorry, we never got to hear. Yeah. Susan, how'd you enjoy your pizza from Dino's? That's what Marcus was asking if you're still here.
Well, I had a piece and it was good, even though it had onions on it.
Pizza's supposed to have onions on it. You guys that don't want onions on your pizza, I don't know about you guys. No, but the I will say the plain pizza was really good. It was hot. It had it wasn't dry. It had the cheese and the sauce had a nice blend to it. So yeah, it was a good Dino's experience. So here's what happened. I get a large pie, right, for me and FP to split. He eats 2 cuts, so I'm forced to eat the rest of the pizza. Oh, there's Pepper. Pepper looks like a gremlin. Yeah, it was good. Also, they had these. I'm sitting there. FP went to do a walk around and do like a live from like a walk around. So I'm sitting there waiting, see if anybody's see if anybody's coming. I keep hearing people ordering their garlic knots. So I'm like, you know what? I gotta check this out. So I ordered the garlic knots, and oh my god, they were so good. FP's been smoking the bananas. I think he got it from Skeeter. It's
This is a good boy. Good girl. My girl. You a good girl, baby? Yes, you are. All right, watch this. Watch the tripod, though. Watch the tripod, fatty. You're gonna break it. Yeah, you fatty. Huh? You fatty. Huh? Fatty. You fatty. You fatty. Huh?
I'm sorry, Dan. I don't know what's going on. I honestly I don't know. Try signing out of Facebook, social media. Just go to your if you use Chrome or Bing, you use your browser and just copy and paste that link into the browser. Don't go through the Facebook or just go to a new tab in your browser. Try that way. All right. So Susan said it was okay, but not great. Now I know the one we had, the plane was really good. And I mean, you can't really screw up plain, but I guess you can. But I had a really kick-ass Philly cheesesteak pizza from Happy's in Plymouth. That was delicious. Hang on, Molly. So I was gonna say something else. I forgot what I was gonna do. I forgot. Oh. What time is it? 10 o'clock. 10. Okay. Almighty. Oh God. Lord, what the hell did I do to deserve this? Okay. Dan, you're still having issues. Dan, sign out of Facebook and just go through your browser. Do a new tab in your browser. Let's see. Okay, so going back, last night I was doing a live stream from the old Pittston Hospital, and my laptop, as you heard from the stream, was running out of. It was running out of, and the battery was dying. So I went to pre-recording. So what I'm gonna do right now, and I have not seen this yet. Yes, I did. I tried it last week, Mark. I had the chocolate. Man, it gave me a freaked out headache. I think I should have eaten I shouldn't have ate it all at once. But take away the CBD part, the oil part. This chocolate was like rich and chocolatey. Oh my god, just that alone, it was like delicious. It was awesome chocolate. Yeah, but I think I ate too many squares. So I had to like really towards the end of the show, my head was going, wow, like I was getting all like whoa shit. And okay, so what I want to do now, I did not see this yet, so I don't know if we're gonna pick up anything. If we're not, but I want to share with you guys now, and it'll come up on the stream later. I'll put it up on the channel, probably and down the road. But this is the recording part from last night. Take it away. Roll that clip. Does anybody want to talk to us? All right, guys. Welcome to the recording. The laptop power just like died. It has like an hour and a half battery life. Let's see if I could get a better.
Oh, look at my pretty phone. There it is.
You know what I'm talking
Look at the E29 camera. There it is. Hard at work together. Good job, guys.
We might have another guest. We might have another guest. FP, you sound like the Joker. Oh my God. No.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Hold on. What guys? All right, hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hold that thought, everyone. We have another guest. Hold that thought. Guys, I want to introduce to you, finally, we got her on. It is our SGW partner, Sarah.
No way!
Hi, guys.
Woo-hoo!
I told you I would work on it.
I know. And hey, we're glad you're here.
Wow.
It's Sarah. So
how you doing? Good to see you.
It is.
Good,
What's going on,
just
Sarah?
hanging out with the kiddos, dealing with the daughter stitches, you know, the same chaos.
Oh, be nice. What are you doing?
So, what am I joining in on?
Oh, we're just hold that thought, guys.
Sure.
You're joining in on the crazy show.
Okay. So we were talking about the topic to start with was summer vacations. Like what does everybody do with their kids? I know growing up we went to, Hershey Park, Busch Gardens. I know today kids are going to the beach. There's Knoebels, there's Thornley Park, there's Hershey. So we're just basically kind of talking, we're answering the chat questions, we're talking some paranormal. Me and FP went to the old Pittston Cemetery last night, which was
Yes, I saw that.
That was interesting, Sarah. That was really interesting. I have a question.
Sure.
You know the area we live in, and the temperature was last night wasn't that cold, really, but yet for some reason up, and it's not even that high of a hill. Like it's just like a little incline. For some reason, we were able to see our breath up there. What are your thoughts about that?
If there's activity, there's usually some kind of temperature change, so that wouldn't be altogether abnormal. It was really temperature-wise pretty warm last night.
Yeah, it was. It
Um,
was hot and humid. Yeah, exactly. Even up there, it was hot and humid.
I
Yeah, it
mean,
was, and we saw our
But
breaths.
yeah, we could see our breath. I don't get it.
yeah, I'm hoping to get to join you guys. It's just my oldest has gotten a job at an ice cream shop, and they close at 10 o'clock at night, and
Oh,
I am her ride home. So
Oh,
she's
where's
working
the ice cream? What ice cream spot?
Alpine Swirl
okay.
out in Peckville.
Road trip FP to get some ice cream.
Sounds good.
Yes. I'm hoping we can get some maybe Saturday or Sunday things going on at some point so that I can start joining. Their dad works overnight, so it's usually me on the weekends with the children doing all their activities.
Well, honestly, you made the show 10 times better just by appearing here tonight, Sarah.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Yes, you
It's-
did.
Yeah, me and FP here. We need some new we need some new people. Between me, Skeeter, and FP, we need some stabilization to the show. No, every week we come on at 9 p.m. and it's we start off with something and then it goes off to where whatever. We're glad you could finally get on, even if it's for a little bit. We're glad you're here.
Yes.
And
Definitely not looking my top right now. I'm in all these mom clothes, but
nah,
definitely hoping to join pretty much weekly. I may have to leave to go pick up kiddo in between, but I can always return.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Said we
There's
do this
actually a
every.
cemetery right next to the ice cream shop.
Oh,
That's a 2-for-1 again, Jay. 2-for-1 deal.
Union
We go
yeah.
get ice cream and then we go
I
there.
believe it's called Union Hill Cemetery.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, that's
I had
fun.
Dan's having a hard time getting into the stream, but he did ask a question about the first moonshine still in the United States. So I did a quick Google search. Piedmont Distillers, located in Madison, North Carolina, holds the title for being the first legal moonshine operation in the United States. So hopefully, I answered your question, Dan.
Did you guys ever see the Moonshiner show?
No.
There is a show. It's called Moonshiners, and it follows. Now I don't know how realistic it is. You know how TV is, but follows these guys who are doing all of their own moonshining. It's pretty interesting. I haven't seen it in a bit, but it was pretty decent when I was watching it.
Also, and I just found this out on last week. I did a video from St. Mary's Cemetery in Hanover, PA, Hanover, St. Mary's. Not only did I catch an EVP, I showed FP the video again because my oldest sister caught it. I didn't catch it. Right before you see my like headlight, my flashlight, there's two bright lights that's zigging by past the tree. I have no idea where it came from. It wasn't like a car light. It wasn't. So not only did we catch a voice phenomenon, we might have caught actual something.
I would like to get back to that trail we went to a few years ago when we all went together by I think it was the Coopers, right?
Oh, yeah. That's still active. That's still, yeah.
We
That's
heard
definitely.
drums that night, if I remember correctly.
I'm sorry, what?
Didn't we hear drums that night?
War drums, Indian drums.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we did actually. Yeah.
Yeah, that was an interesting night.
It's but just so that bring people up to speed.
Oh, Susan said hello, Sarah. Susan's one of
I
our
did say a
followers.
quick hello.
For all of you, Sarah, going back to like 2000.
Now, here's the big question I want to know.
Hmm.
Is Dark Valley podcast coming back?
I hope so. Definitely on my to-do list.
Fingers
It's just
crossed.
very, very hard to come
It
up
is.
with enough content to make it
It is.
interesting and engaging weekly. But it is my hope to bring it back. It's my hope to bring it back with a co-host, actually, because I think there would be a lot of value added if it wasn't just me talking all the time. But yeah, no, definitely would like to bring it back. I do think that not only northeastern Pennsylvania, but everywhere around us has such a deep history. And
It does.
you look at things like I believe it was Philly, the boy in the box, where they just actually not too long ago figured out his identity after being no name
wow.
for so long.
I remember your story.
Yeah, that was one of the ones that really caught my attention. But yes,
I
no, I
think
do
that-
hope to bring it back. But I would like to have at least one or two co-hosts, just pointing at
Well,
you two, to join me with it, because I do think it would be more engaging with more than just one person.
yeah, like change up the voice during the story. Or I get what you're okay. I get what you're saying there. That would be good. I can't speak that well, but maybe I don't know. I would probably mess it up.
I don't think so. I mean, we can always write up what we want to discuss. That's how I usually did it, was I would make, bullet points of topics that I wanted to bring up when I'm talking about one of the stories. It kept me focused because I have very bad ADHD. So like if I don't have that, I'm all over the place.
Yeah, I
But
would need that too.
yeah, with enough
All right.
prep beforehand, I think we would be absolutely fine.
Well, if you ever get that up and running, let me know. Maybe I'll give it
Yeah,
I'll try it.
absolutely.
It's but guys, for those who don't know who Sarah is, years ago, so back in like 2016 when I started Simple Ceremonies, okay, Sarah had she's a wedding officiant also,
Mhm.
and she had a service called Why Not Weddings,
Yep.
like YKNOT Weddings. So we were talking and we decided to kind of break, and we brought that together while I was doing my food reviews, and it was at the time it was called Wyoming Valley Reviews. So we kind of put the S from Simple Ceremonies. Well, oh wait, no. The GB came from when we started doing the G&K photography.
Right.
So Weddings kind of evolved into G&K photography,
Mhm.
and we had Wyoming Valley Reviews to do the food reviews, so that's where SGW comes from. And even though things evolved more, it's just still sounds good. SGW Entertainment. That's how that came about. But yeah, Sarah was with me basically right from day one, almost literally from day one. Let's see. Susan, I was watching some things on YouTube and I learned that Pennsylvania has 5 cryptids that would be interesting to look into and talk about. Yeah, well, here's what I want to do for next week's show, at least to start it anyway. Next week will be the week that, hold on, let me just, so I'm not giving wrong information. The Agnes Flood of 1972.
Next week's show will be one day short of Agnes Flood because that happened on a Sunday. Well, it falls on a Sunday, the 23rd, so it'll be one day short of it. Yes.
Susan,
June
I did an
22nd.
episode on some cryptids. I just don't remember their names off the top of my head, but there are some really good ones for Pennsylvania.
June 22nd, 1972 was when the great Agnes Flood hit. I was literally...
Oh, it's the 22nd? I thought it was the 23rd.
No, it said heavy rain on June 12th. Heavy rain on June 22nd, 1972 was supposed to cause some flooding in the western part of the state. Not here, but it turned out Hurricane Agnes. Oh, we got another. Hold on. Go, guys, hold on. We have, oh, hold on. We got a fourth guest
Sarah's
right
moving
now.
over.
We got a fourth guest. Dan, you finally made it, buddy. Congratulations.
Hey, brother. Hey, Hollywood here. I met Jay Yenchek about 5 or 6 years ago when I lived in Kingston. I lived in Kingston. There was a stray cat going around or something. We met that way somehow. But in any case, my question was to the group. By the way, I'm Hollywood. Who's the guy up on the right hand side?
Yes.
All right, and the girl?
I'm Sarah. I've been
Sarah.
with Jay since like 2016. We started with weddings and it kind of evolved from there.
Oh, okay. Well, I know Jay. I had a special guest, but that petered out because I'm stupid on the phone. But I finally figured it out somehow. I don't know how. I just kept pressing things.
See,
Hey,
Dan,
got here.
Dan,
So where was the first moonshine still in the state of the United States?
actually, and I answered that. Let me go back. It was in, I believe the first legal was in North. Here, hold on. It was called Piedmont Distillers, located in Madison, North Carolina. It was it's deemed the first legal moonshine operation in the United States.
Really?
They were the first in Madison, North Carolina, called Piedmont Distillers.
Because the first that I know of is like 20 miles. It's either north or south of Punxsutawney.
Was it legal though, or was it not legal?
No, it was legal. My ancestors, the Irish, not Drury, it was Dree. I have all that, and it was like right. It was either above or below. I have to look it up. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. But I will not go against Jay and say it's not, because he's pretty good at what he does. That's what that's what I had found out. Oh look, she went, pretty girl.
Oh.
Yeah, say hi. Say hi. She talks. I can only listen to what she says, but it's a cat thing. I love my cat. But I'm in Texas at a friend's house, and I was doing some recordings today, and I actually had a surprise if I would have got on like I was supposed to.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, well, the next time I'll make sure he's there. I did 2 cuts of his song. He was like, "You can't sing like me. I'm the best." Yeah, guess what? When I did your sound system, you told me you're not the best. It was Alice Cooper. It was Alice Cooper, guys. But
wow.
yeah, I'm a sound engineer. I worked at the Kirby. Jay, you should have known. I mean, I worked at the Kirby like many years. And okay, so where are you? Other people other than Jay and myself, where are you from?
I'm from the cemetery right here.
Okay, so what's the best little restaurant in the world?
I grew up in West Scranton, and Maroni's Pizza was always my go-to.
All right.
I grew up in DuPont, and I like Cimbulli's Pizza.
I like it myself. I was a master carpenter, so I built houses everywhere and remodeled and blah blah blah. But in any case, you know what? I love that little anthracite newsstand on the square.
I've heard good things.
And even though I live in Florida, but I'm traveling like to Texas, to California, back into Illinois, blah blah, everything, and recording people that do karaoke. So,
wow. Music is very important.
Y'all like karaoke?
I sing in the shower, but not anywhere else for other people's ears benefits.
You know what? Jay, look it up. 99% of people that even go out to a bar and do karaoke, you know where they first started karaoke was in a shower.
I did karaoke back in the day. That was back in the day. I did
karaoke. Well, let's not give our age, okay, Jay?
I just hit the big 5-2 on Tuesday.
Let's see. What month is this? It's
Wednesday.
June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 7 months. I'll be over the hill. I'll be hitting that 60.
It's.
I know. I mean, I don't look it, but you know.
FP, you mentioned Cimbulli's Pizza, and it's funny because Cimbulli's Pizza is not sometimes it's not the greatest pizza to look at.
Nope.
And it's plain. There's no. It's just a cheese pizza. That's it. But people go nuts for this pizza.
You know, my go-to. When I lived in Nanaco, I had a big house over there on Pine Street over in the Hanover section. But my go-to was if I had 100 people. I did bigger fireworks show. I did all the Kirby shit over in Hanover section. But my go-to was Antonio's, and everybody in Nanacook says, what is it? It's right across the street. For the best Nanacook pizza, I think it's Antonio's.
Now, I have an Antonio's literally 5 doors up for me, and they're pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I like them. You know, I know. Well, when Carlos was there, and everybody else, I like that. But don't look me up on the internet because I had some bad doings with Nanacook, but but I got acquitted on everything. So within
no
within
judgment.
1 hour of the jury. So wait, we're going back to moonshine. So what was the best moonshine y'all ever had?
Best moonshine I've ever had.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, when people come up here and start mixing bottles, say, "Oh, we made moonshine," no, bullshit.
You can mix
You're
like a Long Island iced tea. You can mix 7 different alcohols, and it doesn't up the factor, on the potential of that alcohol. It just sort of we don't want to say like coagulates or whatever in your body, and the 7 different shots or whatever, it gets you higher than a kite quicker than drinking a beer. But if you go down and you get some Mad Dog 2020 or whatever, that's wine. But you go down to the local store and you have that little moonshine label at 14% alcohol. Okay, that's 28 proof.
I went down.
I make, and I've been doing it for 40 years up on the mountain, up on Alden Mountain, down in the cave hole. Mine hole. We all know that, right? But mine comes out at 196 proof.
Ooh, that's
I
definitely
don't know
gonna do something for you.
Now I have to add distilled water. I bring it down to 192, which is 1 degree over what who was it? Bacardi 151 rum. You know what that is now? You cannot find it on the shelf. Jay,
Yeah, they don't even make that anymore, do they?
Jay, if you find Bacardi 151 rum on the shelf, you take video of it, and I'll send you $100 bill.
Yeah, they
You
took it
can't
off the shelf.
Yeah. You know why?
Too high.
It 1% higher than the standard for the federal government
Yep.
at quote unquote moonshine or corn liquor, blah blah blah. But guess what? You can go in and buy a bottle of 151 Everclear in the liquor store. You know what Everclear is?
Yeah.
It's not. It's not corn mash. It's not corn liquor. It's 150 proof Bacardi 151 rum. They bought the label and told Bacardi. Now they used to sell 191, but that's no longer available either. And 151 Everclear is basically 150 proof. Well, it's 151 proof Everclear, but it's Bacardi rum. Okay. Now, I haven't got done unpacking back at the house, but I have a hydrometer. Any liquor you buy at the store, and it tells you the proof, put it in a hydrometer. It's 25% less than what it says it is. So you get Grey Goose or whatever it's called, Goose vodka. That's 40% alcohol by volume. Put a hydrometer in it. No, it's 25% less than that. They are selling you alcohol. You're better off getting a bottle of goddamn beer. Really.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Dan. Back in 2003, when I was still married,
Okay.
we were down in Tennessee, and I had the chance to actually try moonshine out of a still.
Okay.
Holy crap! Once you have real shine, this stuff up here it doesn't even cut it.
Jay, the stuff I make, there was a guy, the person in Florida that I'm renting the house off of, her boyfriend went up to the house because I had to shoot over to California and come back to Texas. That's where I'm at now, in Texas. But he said, dude, what is that, kerosene? I said, no, that's 192 proof. It's real moonshine. And it's not corn mash. It's not corn liquor, although it's made with corn. But I have the family recipe, 252-year-old from Ireland. And you even open it. Now, how many of you have heard if you drink that high of an alcohol, you go blind?
I've heard that. I don't know if it's true, but I've heard that.
Same. Mm-hmm.
You know how you go blind? Okay, I give each one of you a shot of the stuff I make. Okay, you go. Oh, you're catching your breath. You're squinting your eyes. So you went blind for about 3 seconds because your eyes were squinting. It's a fairy tale.
I always wondered about that saying, but
It's
I
a
don't do
fairy
much
tale.
moonshine. But I
Trust
can
me,
tell
it's a fairy
you,
tale.
coal miner's wine, old Italian man making coal miner's wine is.
Jay, I wish I was still in Kingston. I would have got a hold of you and let you drink. Just when I give my stuff to somebody, I don't give you a shot. I give it to you on a spoon, a teaspoon, and let you drink it from there. Because you're oh. And when you do that little squint for 3 seconds, you're blind for 3 seconds. But now, in a serious note, when I produce mine, it comes out to 196. I've actually made, Jay, honest to God, you can ask my landlord where I used to live, right there on North 109 North Thomas Street. Go in my kitchen and look in the kitchen. He cannot patch the walls with spackling. I have made it at 200 proof. I was told, do not let it drip into a glass jar. Let it drip into a plastic jug. Because that's ethyl alcohol. I mean, honestly. But, well, I forgot the instructions from the old people in Ireland. And they sent me the recipe and I did it. Still to this day, you can go in there and there's glass shards all over the kitchen. Because it exploded.
Damn.
Thank God I still have my cat. Right, Challenger? Pretty girl. Yeah. But honestly, yeah, that's alcohol.
Nice.
I never tried it again. I ripped it up and I threw the recipe away. I called them back. I said, "You send me the regular what I get for you guys." But hey, Jay,
Susan, I agree with you.
what's that?
Susan said you could probably run your lawnmower in your car on it, and Marcus said sounds like drinking rubbing alcohol, and I think I concur with both of them.
Well, like say Bacardi, the 191 rum, only because it's a rum and it's a higher sugar content. You really couldn't put it in the car, but now Popcorn Sutton had that old 32 Ford, and I don't know if it was a 32, but it was an old tanker, old Ford, and you take a matchbook, and that's how you do the timing on it and the gap on the distributor, blah blah blah. But he would pour, and they in the day they would pour the moonshine in their cars, and it would run better, cleaner. You could take a car with 65,000 miles on it, and the valves and the heads and everything is all just looks like gunk in there. Drop a half a gallon of good old popcorn something in there, and it'll clean all that. That's what they came up with, nitromethane.
There you go. Now we know.
Now, nitromethane. Come on, Jay. Come on, right up the street in Exeter. I drove for him, Joe Amato.
Oh yeah.
Nitromethane dragster, right?
Mark, you're not seeing things, Mark. There is an adorable little pup that keeps popping his head up on FP's background there.
Are you falling asleep?
He's deep in thought right now, I think.
FP's deep in thought.
No, I'm not sleeping. I was reading the comments.
Oh yeah, he might be looking up nitromethane now. But yeah, Joe Amato, he's down in Florida, like lower than where I live. I live up in the Panhandle area. I'm right between Pensacola and what's the other one? Pensacola and
Pretty soon. Good girl.
yeah. I'm 45 minutes where I live. 45 minutes above Panama City Beach.
Oh, okay.
And
are you getting any of those storms down there? Like the storms that are cut? Did you get hit with any?
Yeah,
of
there was a lot of rain. Yeah, you're right, Jay. There's a lot of flooding in that Florida.
Did you get hit with any of the flooding, Dan?
No, that's more south.
Oh, okay.
That's like your Orlando, Clearwater Beach, Miami, like in that area, Okeechobee Lake. Okeechobee Lake just swelled right up. But no, we didn't get none of that. But I have experienced 2 hurricanes up in where I live. I experienced 2 hurricanes, and they're not fun. I'll tell you right now, they are not fun. And they're expecting 25 hurricanes this year. Only because it's a nor'easter, and you guys got hit in the wintertime a lot.
Right.
Thank God. Thank God I was in Florida.
Every winter, I wish I was in Florida.
Well, you know what? A lot of people say they wish you're in Florida. Now, I got divorced back in 2007. She tried to take me for court for different shit, blah, blah, blah. I came back down to Florida. I lived in Florida for 10 years. Then I became disabled. The one day I crashed out, like my kidneys were actually only 1%. And I crashed out, and now in a wheelchair, everything like that. I think, Jay, didn't I see you when I met you? It was in the wheelchair.
I can't honestly. It's so long ago, I can't remember.
I think it was over by Aldi's or the football field somewhere we met there.
It's been so long, I can't remember.
Yeah, you were looking for a cat or something, and you called me. But in any case, that's where first I met you. And man, that was 2 years ago. And I came down to Florida to record people and blah blah blah. And like I just at the house I have a recording studio.
Nice.
I can do you guys. You can go on here and do some karaoke. I can take it off the phone. Dear, I can make you sound like Taylor Swift. I can make him sound like Toby Keith. I can make him sound like Johnny Cash. I mean, honestly, and that's what I did at the Kirby Center. I did all the sound system and everything.
Okay.
But
we lost Sarah.
Oh
we
no.
did. Wait.
Hold on.
Some signal.
Oh, here she is.
I lost some signal, but I'm back.
All right,
Oh, okay. Because I was looking like a pierogi there.
No, I'm back.
So Dan,
Is that right, Jay? Is it a pierogi or a pagash?
Both up in this
Could
way.
be either.
Pagash. Hey, coming up in July is the the Plymouth Kabasi Festival.
Oh yeah. Do you think what's his name from Nanticoke is gonna get it again?
I don't know.
I mean, he has a good kabasi. What's his name?
Tarnowski's? No.
Tarnowski.
Yeah,
And they originally started in Glen Lyon.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I lived 2 doors up, right on the street there, across from Smacharsky's little store there. And I don't know, I don't know how old you are, but in Glen Lyon, Smacharsky's, the kid Smacharsky, he was a professional wrestler. Smokestack Smacharsky. I remember that. I was 7 years old going to Pulaski Junior High School.
It was
Yeah. Well, Glen Lyon's the armpit of Nanticoke, but that's how I feel anyway. But that's my own view. That's my own view.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Don't be nice. Don't be barking.
Did you have any paranormal activity? Did you ever encounter any paranormal activity?
Yes. When I owned the house in Hanover section, you could go down in the cellar with one of those meters, like with the
EMF?
yeah. I don't know if it was a dream or something. Actually, back in 1989 or something, I was put on work release for 2 months, and my grandmother came to the end of my bed with my grandfather and told me things are going to get better, but your mom's getting sick. She's not going to make it to the end of the year. And honest to God, Jay and all yous, honest to God, my mom passed away 2 months later.
Wow.
And I don't know if it was. Did you ever have one of those dreams where, like, you're laying in the bed or on the couch, and you're doing that fast sleeping or whatever, and you have like an evil ghost or something over you, and you freeze so much that you can't move. You can't move your body.
Demon paralysis.
I've had that once years ago.
I have that about every 6 months.
Wow.
Well,
but I don't see the entity. It's just like I'm in a state of a dream or something. I don't know what you call it, but I'm sitting there and it's not sleep deprivation or nothing like that. I just like fall asleep, and all of a sudden, like, there's somebody coming up the hallway or through the room, and I can't get up. I can't move. My body's frozen.
I'm not saying it's not.
Paralysis?
I'm not saying it's not paranormal, but that also sounds a lot like an alien abduction.
I was probably abducted. Yeah. On a serious note, yeah, I might have been abducted. I don't know.
No, I mean it's serious. Like that
I'm
sounds
not
like
gonna say they did sexual things to me, but they probably slapped me around a little bit. I honestly, when I lived in Glen Lyon, right up from Charnusky's store, I was 2 doors up, and it was called Dada's. And I lived in Dada's. It was a little store across from Smacharsky's. And my pop Jim, um, who my mom met from down VFW, we stayed there. And the one night I'm sleeping in bed, and I see all these red and blue lights and everything, thinking it's a cop. And I look up out of my window, and my body freezes. It just froze. You guys are gonna think I'm weird, but my body just froze, and all I saw was it just went up in the sky real quick. And here I'm thinking it was Donnie Whitaker arresting somebody in the alley, but no, it was just like weird, I mean, totally weird.
Not unheard of, though. I mean, if you think of it, wasn't there a UFO sighting in Carbondale, Pennsylvania, where the authorities and everybody tried to say it was like a lantern in the water and that it wasn't anything
I
big?
I think that was the mayor, but no, I'm only joking. No, I did not hear of that. But I do believe, and the government is holding it from us. I 100% believe. I don't know how much you're into the paranormal. You guys asked me about it, but we are not. Look up in the sky, you know, without no lights and the millions and trillions of stars, and
Yep.
we're the only people on a planet next to the sun, and anything before it or after it, you can't live on. Like Mars. I mean, really, we are the
We're not
only.
alone.
No, hell no, hell no.
When
Not
you
at
There,
all.
there are people. I'm not saying they created us, but there are extraterrestrials out there. Why do you think you come up with these movies like with the Will Smith one, or Arrival, or what's the other one?
Interstellar.
Extraterrestrial.
Interstellar.
There's a lot of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, the government's letting those movies come out, but they're not saying nothing.
I guess
And
it.
I mean, shit. Russia and us aren't good right now. Us and China aren't good right now. Um, I'm not getting political, so let's not do that.
yeah, no,
But
we don't
but but every on every continent, in the United States, that's one thing all of them agree on is let's not tell anybody. And why?
People are afraid of what they don't understand.
I mean,
Hey, Molly.
are there aliens? Yes, I divorced one. But all kidding aside, yes, I do believe that there is life out there other than us. I mean, trillions and trillions of stars. If you look up in the sky, God damn it, and they can see these comets coming in and missing the Earth and do all this shit, and we have garbage all around the whole freaking world, with satellites and shit. But Cape Canaveral, I mean, I've been there a couple times, like close up. I saw a couple shuttles go up, and you know they're reporting. I mean, freaking airplanes like Navy, whatever, they're reporting. They see like objects go that way, that way. Yeah, right. We're not playing Space Invaders on a video machine inside an Antonio's pizza.
Right.
I mean, come on, really? And then they just blow it. The blue book is like there is no blue book. Um, the president's secret book that they look in. Who was it? Was it Trump that said, "I want to know about aliens"? And so did John F. Kennedy, and it was just like squash that quick. You know, I mean, come on. Whoever gets in there, whoever's president, whoever's dictator, whoever's the Arab president, whoever's the Brazil president, blah blah blah, they're not going to say nothing. I mean, because it would. I think in today's society, it wouldn't scare people. But let's go back to the 50s. You know, if they came and said, "Oh yeah, there's aliens," you know, War of the Worlds, come on, you know, the whole world would be all jacked up, you know.
Sure.
But so okay, you guys continue. I'm sorry I got into that, but I believe there is, you know.
Here's before you when you chimed in, we were talking. Me and FP went to the old Pittston Hospital last night, and
Oh God, your meters were going off, weren't they?
Here's the thing. It was beautiful in Pennsylvania last night. It was warm. It was nice out. But during this section we were in, you could literally see your breath. Like it would be like if it was cold out. And it was just that eerie chill. Like I was up in two spots. I was up in the far parking lot. And I was also I moved down between the buildings. And when I got down to the buildings, it got a little bit chillier, like cool. You could see her, but also
hold on, Jay. Don't worry about me. I'm talking with some friends from Pennsylvania. I'll go to sleep when I go to sleep. All right.
So
go ahead.
I'm sitting there and I'm talking to FP off cam. Like we were off cam, we weren't live last that part. And I'm like, feels like somebody was watching us. Like there was just that eerie, like somebody is.
And like your hair stands up sort of, and you know there's somebody there.
And FP took a video.
Been there, done that, but
FP took a video last night. He put his camera through a broken window, and we saw a gurney. Like it could have been. We don't know if it was a full size gurney or if it was a like for like a kid.
Really?
Yeah. You saw it better than I did, but you said there. I mean, there was a gurney in that room.
Yeah, the old fashioned gurneys. I actually looked it up today, guys, and the old fashioned gurneys from like 1892 to 1924, when this hospital was running, they actually came with a frame around it that they had a black curtain over. That's why it looked like that. The curtain is gone.
No, I don't know if you guys been there, but they say that old medical hospital in Whitehaven.
Whitehaven. I don't know. I never heard of that one.
No, neither have I.
It was like a psycho hospital or whatever.
Oh, you're talking about?
Wasn't Penn Hills?
Clark Summit?
No.
Up on Schuyler Ave.
I forget the name of it, but it was an old psycho hospital. It's in Whitehaven. It's in Whitehaven. It's basically right off the exit. And you go back there, and now, do you remember that girl that was killed by that drunk driving truck guy on Cary Ave by what used to be what's it called? Klein Candy. Well, her parents lived next to that hospital in Whitehaven, and they had stories, and they said our daughter walked across our lawn and said it's going to be okay. Now they become national, like against drunk driving, which I'm all for that. But yeah, the Whitehaven something hospital. You guys, I mean, it's closed, it's blocked off, but you can still go back in there. You guys want to go check that place out? Now I have one.
Go back where you guys were and actually see if I experience anything as an empath, Jay. And
now I have at the house.
It was Pennhurst. I'm looking at it.
Pennhurst. Pennhurst. Yes.
Pennhurst. Yeah, I just looked it up. It's Pennhurst.
There was a lot of stuff that went down in Pennhurst.
Yeah.
But yeah. I mean, like wrongful deaths, like you know,
Heavy
the,
mistreatment of patients.
there you go. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. But we were on our quads going up over a mountaintop, and we were going back that way. And everyone's like, "Yeah, we're gonna go in the hospital. We're going to the hospital." And we actually went towards the hospital. There's an old train viaduct underneath the ground, but like a tunnel. And we crossed that and we went over there. And like for some reason, everyone stopped and says, "Oh shit, we're low on gas. We have to turn back. We have to head over to 309 there and get some gas at the gas station." I was like, "Okay, well, let's go get gas. We went and got gas, and well, let's go back. We're going to the hospital." And 90% of the 20 people that were on quad with us were like, "No, we're just gonna go back home." We never went there, but I've heard stories about that place. Honestly,
I really wish J and FP that we were together right around the time that West Mountain Sanitarium was still
That's
up with
it.
some
That's what I was trying to think
buildings.
of.
is
That's
it a
the
I had
one.
sanitarium
experiences
or a
there.
sanitarium?
I had a lot of experiences there before they
um,
raised everything down and were trying to turn it into a park.
what's that
Yeah.
quote unquote ghost meter? Um, it looks like a little coffin, and then you have the green, the
EMS.
yellow, and the red lights.
Yeah, I forget the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Music box.
You know what? I,
Yes.
I I'm a master carpenter all my life, and honestly, take one of those, and put it against an outlet, put it against a switch, turn it on and off, put it against your air conditioner, put it out the main panel, run it against the wires. It doesn't do nothing. It quote unquote, if I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong. It senses electromagnetic,
Magnetic fields. Yep.
right, but not electricity. Because electricity, I mean, come on, if it detected that, it would be an ohm meter, you know. Um, but when I lived on 109 North Thomas Street in Kingston, went down in the cellar. I got one off a friend who was a big like into the paranormal,
Mhm.
and I took that down there. Now, when I first moved there, I got this little stand that was down in the cellar. I had nothing. I had just come out of disability, depression, blah blah blah, everything else, and got my disability check. So I got the apartment. Well, I went down there. He brought over the meter. He went down there in the middle of the cellar. Now the cellar is clean. I'm talking 100% clean. You could eat off the concrete floor. Okay. Um, and the wires were just like your normal wires, in an old house. And I took that meter. I looked at him. I said, "Yeah, all right." I took the meter. I went against the wires, nothing. Against the panel, nothing. There was a ceiling fan in there. Against that, nothing. Turned it on and off, nothing. But where I got that little stand that I redid and everything else, and I put it on Facebook that I got this, and I got a strange phone call from some girl. Said my grandmother used to live there. That's hers, but she wouldn't put it in the house. She kept it in the cellar. I said, "You know what? I got a paranormal normal guy." And at that time, I was skeptical. Um, which, come on, tell me you guys weren't skeptical at first when you saw those.
Uh,
Um,
we question even when even today if we see something or hear something, we're trying to debunk it and see, okay, could it be this, that, or whatever.
right. So I took that meter. I went down there. you know, I touched it and I'm watching it and it went from green to yellow to two reds. It spiked exactly where I got that little stand. It was like a magazine stand, you know, with the sides and blah blah blah, and then it had a top plate on it, and this like lamp thing came up, and it came down to shine on it, or where you would like read a book, or you know, our days you'd put your cell phone on there with 1,000 plugs, you know, for different things. But you know what I'm talking about. But I was like, okay, electromagnetic energy. Well, I could do that up to coal mines. Wait a minute. Why just the coal mines when you go down in there? Or, you know, the coal caves, you know, up above Hanover section. And I mean, we explored those caves before it caved in, before I left Pennsylvania. But, and that thing would spike. And it would spike to the two reds. Like, there's something here. And then, now, at that time, I was a non believer.
Right.
And you know, that was probably, well, like my mid 40s. Um, and I'm like, okay, so I move away, and I go back there and spikes, and I move away, nothing. Go back there and spikes. Holy, I'm gonna tell you, Jay. I'm gonna tell all yous, when they say the hair raises up on the back of your neck and you get chills, I went crazy nuts. 2 days later, I get this Facebook. My grandmother used to live here. She passed away in the hallway where I lived, and she was taking that. She was actually taking that little stand down to go put it in the cellar. And when I lived there, the hallway. I don't know if you remember it, Jay, where I showed you on the outside where I lived. Because you never came, yeah, you never came in the house, but the little hallway going down, you could see in the carpet that was there since the place was like practically built in the 1800s. But you could see in the carpet, like an not a perfect, but like an outline of somebody's laying there. And every time I hit that spot, my cat Challenger, the one you see here, Challenger, pretty girl. Um, she would go around that spot. She wouldn't go near it. And if I went in the cellar and had to go do a wash because he had corn operated, you know, washer and dryer,
Right.
and I went in there, and if I would go towards that part of the cellar, and I mean, I have hair now, but I mean, I was always bald. You know, I shaved the bald, but the hair would stand up on my head and my neck. I mean, that's crazy. Really, really crazy. To me, you know, I'm this redneck outlaw, you know, listen to this bad old ass, you know, David Allan Coe country music, and you know, not worrying about things that are going on in the house. Bought myself an equalizer and it's called a Tascam recorder for recording people on CD.
Right.
And
Hi, Molly.
the thing would turn itself on, and it would just come on, and it was right above. If you look downstairs in the cellar where I got that stand from, it was right above that, and that was sort of like the front of the house. And like, I mean, the radio would turn on, then the radio would shut off, and I'd sit there and go, "All right, stop frigging around. Someone's playing with the goddamn. If you're downstairs in the, because they could hear me. If you're downstairs in the cellar, stop your shit. Then the whole house will go. I mean, the other residents, there's 7 apartments in there, and it would all shut off. And they knew I played my music because I was recording, blah blah blah. And they said, "You got too much equipment in the house. You got to stop having that equipment." Well, the landlord brings me an old Yamaha home theater. At the time when the thing was built, it was the Madonna. He paid $1,400 for the home theater that he put in his house up the mountaintop. Well, decided he didn't want it anymore. He knows in the music, recording, blah, blah, blah. Gave it to me. Set it up in the kitchen. I had like the home theater going through the house, like the hallway. There's the bathroom, the bedroom, and then the living room in front of the house. And can you believe I would crank it up as high as I can go, get on the microphone, sing, everything else? Nobody in that whole apartment complex, which is actually like a double block big house. Jay, you know where I'm talking about, 109 Thomas Ave. It goes
more any. I don't
on that
remember.
corner with Hoyt. Yeah, it's a big place. It used to be a restaurant or something in the old days. When the train came through. But
You know, so
here
sorry to interrupt, but
they never heard the music.
Dan,
They
let
never
me,
heard me. They never heard me singing. Nothing.
Dan, let me
And
cut you.
every time I spiked it up, and I had these lamps that I bought. They're like wizardry, whatever. $180 lamps. I mean, shit. You got 38,000 for my back pay, but
Dan, hey, not to cut you, It's 11 o'clock. I gotta wrap this up. Okay.
So
okay.
same here.
Yeah. Hey, no, it was glad. Hey, I have to take
I
my.
would love to talk to you guys about the paranormal because I got some shit that would scare you. It scared me.
But yeah, Jay, I won't be here next weekend. I'm actually doing a moonlit wolf fundraiser at the Wolf Sanctuary of PA, but I will be back the following weekend.
Okay, yeah. And we're gonna wrap it. Daniel,
I'm going back to probably 2 weeks. Probably 2 weeks for me, Jay, because I'm going back to Florida tomorrow, and then I have to go back to Oklahoma, and I have to go to New Orleans. So I probably won't talk to you guys till then. But hey, it was. Look at that! I got Pogosh and pierogies on either side of me now.
All right,
but in any case, it was nice talking to y'all, and I'm glad I got on.
All right.
And I don't know how to sign off on this, but
I'm gonna end the stream like in 2 seconds.
All right. Yeah. Hey, love you guys. Have a good night.
Come in, Sarah. We're glad to see
Peace
Sarah.
Peace from Hollywood.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. Bye.
Guys, have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Jay Yance, I'm the SGW guy. On behalf of Sarah,